I think I really want to encourage people to believe that whatever they want to be, even if it doesn't exist, is possible. And that is because my job is so unconventional and everything I wanted is so different from what I was raised to believe I could have. And if you're creative, if you mix creativity with hustling hard, any job position, anything you want to become is possible. Show people what your value is, and then they'll pay you for your value. So the story is that I was getting my psychology degree and I wasn't passionate about it. I was doing everything my sister had done before me, I was following her footsteps blindly. And after I graduated, my dad was like, great, now get your master's degree. And I was like, okay, I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm not passionate about any of these things. And so in that little funk, I discovered YouTube. So it's kind of like the stars aligning perfectly. And I posted a first video really spontaneously. It was a spoken word piece about religion. It was very, very, very bad, and it got 70 views. And I think I just fell in love with having a goal during that downtime and learning something new, something I wasn't trained at. Psychology doesn't really help that much with learning how to use a camera, and so I had to make it up as I went along, and it was very exciting for me. People often ask me, they watch my vlogs, my second vlog channel, where I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff in a day. Today, for example, I already had 2 meetings, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna prep for a shoot. I do so many things in a day. And people are like, how do you do this? Like, what is the trick? It's because I really love what I do, and I'm really passionate about what I do. And I think one of the signs my body and mind were giving me before is that I would get lazy really quickly. I would get tired really, really quickly. I would cut corners and come up with little justifications as to why that was okay. Like, I would be studying for my psych stuff and being like, oh, well, is this section really important? Probably not, we're just getting this over. I don't do that with what I'm doing right now. I'm really thorough, and I think that's a sign of doing the right thing. Of course, if I'm real, we don't always have that luxury. We don't have the luxury of doing what we want to do all the time. So it's important to kind of pay your dues in that way. The first video I made sucked. It's totally sucked. My body wasn't like, this is the right thing to do. I had to pay my dues and get better at it. But I think you shouldn't just not try because you have to pay your dues.
So your book, How to Be a Bouse.
Yeah, nailed the pronunciation. I know you were nervous. Everyone's nervous.
Right?
Like, how to be a...
You got to practice
You nailed it.
times.
You nailed it.
And reading the book, I was impressed because it's really good, and so that I hope people really pick it up. It got a lot of stuff that's incredibly usable, and there was something in it so surprising, and I wanted to ask you about it. And you said that a boss is somebody that is hurt efficiently.
Yes.
And I thought, whoa, what does that mean? How does one...
Yeah, it's kind of another way of saying it is that there's no failures, there's lessons. That's another way of putting it. But it's just this idea of when I reflect back in my life, and I think about all the times I really became a better person or a smarter person, it's because of something that was very hurtful or painful or an unpleasant experience. And now I think very often in the future now when I'm through those experiences, that's inevitable. We're all gonna get heartbroken over and over again. We're all gonna deal with failures all over again, but it's how we think about those moments in that moment. So I've kind of trained my brain to allow myself to be upset when I'm heartbroken and allow myself to feel failure, but not be down in the dumps about it for too long. Not be like, oh, well, I'm worthless, or oh, well, this is just how it's meant to be and the world's against me. Getting hurt efficiently means we're hurt. How can we efficiently learn a lesson in this moment? What could I have done differently? What could I have expected differently? How could I have reacted differently? So that the next time you will be heartbroken, which you will be, it's inevitable, you're better equipped to deal with it. You can't control the environment you're in. When you have a really, really bad day, you can't control the other driver that cut you off. You can't control whoever was mean to you. You can't control the fact that you missed the elevator. You can't control any of those things. You can only control yourself. So it's about being more proactive. How do you do that? Well, okay, if a driver's gonna cut you off, play some really good music so you're in a good mood. Leave 5 minutes earlier. You know what I mean? If you missed the elevator and you were late, wake up earlier. It's about doing those proactive things. And the simplest example that everyone can relate to. What's the most infuriating thing that happens to us every day? Our phone dying. Back in the day, this used to infuriate me. My phone would die and I'd have to go to a meeting and I wouldn't know where it was or where to park, and my GPS would die. You know what I did? I played Nintendo. I was like, well, I can't control the phone. I can't control the environment. I can't control the parking of the meeting. You know what I control? Putting a damn charger in my car. And then that's what I did. And then that whole situation was solved. That's a really small example, but we have things like that throughout our entire lives. Not having the thing you need when you need it, or not getting somewhere on time, not having the conversation you had. There's solutions to all those things if you just take control and figure out what's in your control and stop blaming the environment. But I do want to realistically tell people that if you want to achieve something at such a level, like, it costs a price. Because I do fear right now, with all the cute Tumblr quotes and all the, the idea that you're special and you're worth it. Everyone's special and you are worth it, but you need to work for it. Like, it's not gonna, a Tumblr quote of you believing in yourself is not gonna get you success. So I also do fear that the opposite of that is letting kids know, like, yeah, get your sleep and get this and just believe in yourself and you're special and you'll get it done. Like, is that really gonna get them success though? It's that in combination with a lot of hard work. And I think that latter part is never told in a very straightforward, accurate way.
Yeah, I love that. You had a quote that really hit me. I'll paraphrase it, I'll get close.
Yeah.
The universe may like the law of attraction, but it likes a good hustle even more.
That's like word for word what it is, by the way. Please
love
subscribe
that
immediately. That was the word for word what the quote is. Wow.
It's such a good quote, and it's so important for people to understand. And one thing I would love for you to try to capture for people is, what's that beautiful part of the obsession of going after something extraordinary that you want that young girl or young boy to see and chase?
Honestly, it's purpose. My obsession has given me great purpose. I know what it feels like to wake up and just aimlessly be like, guess I'm gonna go through the motions of my day and maybe I'll talk to this person, I'll eat these Fruit Loops, cool, I'll do whatever I need to do. Waking up with my obsession is honestly exciting. I get to wake up and I get to make rules and break rules. When you have an obsession, no matter what industry you're in, you get into that mindset where you're like, what else could I do to innovate this? What could I do differently? What could I do that's never been done before? So every day you really feel like you're adding value to the world and adding value to the people around you. That's the beautiful part of obsession. My obsession has led me to 13 million subscribers that watch me and also gain inspiration from what I do. And I'm hoping the people that surround me every day are also inspired by some of the stuff we do. So it's the chain reaction you cause, that purpose, and you give other people purpose, and now they're gonna give someone else purpose. So you lose a little sleep, but look at the result. It's a small cost to pay, I feel. And I love sleep. I love sleep. I need to emphasize that I love sleep. But there's gonna be days, on tour is a prime example. On a regular day, how many hours of sleep do you need? If you're I'm rested, I need this many hours of sleep.
6.
Yeah, see, that for me, that's amazing. You're a superhero. Me, if I could choose 10 hours, I would want 10 hours of sleep. But then on tour, when I'm traveling around the world and performing, there's days where I get 2. And I wake up and I'm like, let's go, let's do the thing. It's a small cost to pay sometimes for a big result. In addition to entertaining, I do funny stuff. That's primarily what I do. But a lot of what I would like to do, I believe I'm doing, is encouraging the hustle. It's I'm doing all this funny stuff. It's not, a 10-minute video doesn't take 10 minutes. It takes a village and it takes a lot of time. And you're absolutely right, I do that in my vlogs and my main channel videos. I'm not shy to let people know how much work this takes. I think that's what makes what I do so special. Because back in the day, traditional, for lack of a better word, celebrities, they were perfect. They were always on and always flawless. I would like to show people a person who works really tired, works really long hours, gets really tired, gets pimples, and that's what it takes to do what I'm doing. It's not just that I show up and everything's glamorous and then I can reap all the benefits. That's not what it is. That's not what it is for anybody, but it's not. It's a lot of work. So if you're watching this and you're like, let me dissect this interview, what are the tips and tricks? There's no tips and tricks, it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of focused work, and that's the biggest message I can drive home, is that of course there's practices and things you can do, but you need to stop making excuses. You need to put your head down, you need to make a plan, and then you need to execute the plan.